Hi, I'm Alvita from Jamaica. Please like and subscribe. My parents were the most successful members of their family. Dad was a lawyer and Mom was a doctor, and they always worked really hard and bought their dream mansion in a posh neighborhood. And then they were blessed with me. Whenever their family and friends met me, they were dazzled by my shiny dark hair and big green eyes.
Wow, you guys are so lucky to be blessed with this beauty. Alvita will definitely be a model one day.
As I got older, modeling never interested me much, but I did love talking. Whenever my cousin Maya came over to visit, we loved playing newscasters.
In today's news, it looks like there's going to be a heavy thunderstorm. Don't forget to take your umbrellas, people. And thank you for watching Maya and Alvita News Time.
Maya was the same age as me, and we were pretty close. But in the 4th grade, my parents hired a casting agent for me. And soon, I got a presenter's role for a kids' TV show. Things changed in my life after that, and I didn't have much time for Maya when she came by.
You want to go roller skating today?
Oh, Maya, I have to go through my script for tomorrow's show, plus homework.
I know, you're very busy.
Soon after, I became more famous and her family grew richer, which was great. But I couldn't help noticing that people around us started acting so fake. Once in 8th grade, Maya's mom threw her a party, and when I got there, she made a huge fuss over me.
Oh, Alvita, darling, thank you for coming. I know how busy you celebrities are. By the way, you looked gorgeous in this week's show.
Thank you, Auntie. This is for Maya.
Oh, you brought a present. You didn't have to. Your presence is a gift for us. Maya! Alvita got you a present. Come thank her.
Oh, Alvita, thank you so much.
Whenever Maya hugged me now, I always had this feeling like she was rolling her eyes. Aunt insisted that Maya open my present right away, and they both looked disappointed at the watch inside.
It's very nice. Thanks.
I don't know why I was expecting a gold bracelet. You know, like the one your mother gave you on your birthday. But the watch is nice too. Could I have the receipt, darling? In case I need to exchange it.
Why would you need to do that?
Oh, just in case it doesn't fit Maya. We went to the same school and we were in the same class. Once in 9th grade, we had a fun fair in school and we bought raffle tickets. And I won a prize. It was a huge package with really fancy chocolates from Switzerland.
How come you're always so lucky, Alvy?
I don't know. It just happens. We'll share the chocolate at recess, okay? But at recess, the entire class crowded around me. Apparently, Maya had told everyone that I was sharing the chocolates with the whole class. And now I had no choice. Maya, why did you do that?
Oh, come on. It's not like you don't have the money to buy dozens of these packages.
Yeah, but this was my prize, and I get to choose who I share it with, no? But Maya tried every way to sponge off of me and make other kids do it too. Sometimes I wished we weren't related so I could just ignore her. I felt more comfortable when I was in the studio with people like me. I loved performing and I loved Chris, my boyfriend. He took care of all the sound and background music for the show. Every day after shooting, we'd hang out together and he always found a way to make my day with some thoughtful gift. He was the sweetest. Then one day in 11th grade, the show decided to add another presenter to join me on the show. It was a guy named Mason, and he was gorgeous. I had to show him how everything worked around here, which was a bit difficult because Chris kept popping up. So normally, when we face the camera, we stand like this.
Hey, I brought you some coffee.
Oh, I just had some a minute ago. Sorry, babe.
It's okay. You know what? I can help you mark the floor so Mason knows where to stand. It's easier this way.
Chris pushed us apart and started marking the floor with chalk. But Chris, this position will be very difficult for the cameraman. He's too far away from me.
Don't worry about that. They'll manage. I'm Mason. And you are? Oh, I'm Chris. I work here too. I'm Alvita's boyfriend. We love each other a lot.
Chris just turned into an insecure maniac after Mason joined us, even though Mason showed no signs of liking me. But we had to spend a lot of time rehearsing lines together, which seemed to really bother Chris. One time we were about to go on air when suddenly Chris walked onto the set wearing a ridiculous heart costume and playing the violin. He then bent down on one knee and proposed.
Marry me, Alvita.
Chris, I'm still a teenager. You can't be serious.
Yes, I am. You just have to say yes now. We can get married later.
No, can you please stop this? You're really embarrassing me. Chris stormed off and he didn't speak to me for 2 days. But soon after, I decided to talk to him. And when I went to his office, he was trying on a blonde wig. Chris, what are you doing?
Just checking if blonde hair will suit me.
Is it because Mason is blonde?
No, not everything is about him.
Chris, I love you because you're sweet and kind, and I won't stop loving you just because there's a new guy on the block. You have to trust me, okay? After our talk, Chris felt a little better, and he started relaxing. When I got home that day, Maya was there, looking like an ostrich egg about to pop. Oh, Alvida, I've been waiting for you. Why? Is something wrong? Yes, I'm in trouble, girl. I watched your show, and I immediately fell in love with your co-host. Please introduce me, please, please, please. I can't do that. It's against studio policy for me to introduce desperate fans to our cast. But I'm your cousin, not some weirdo stalker. Come on, Alvida, please. Can't you do this little thing for me? Alvida wouldn't stop begging, so the next day after school, I took her to the studio. And she was so embarrassing. She was flirting with everyone, even the director. Everyone in school says I'm so beautiful and that I belong in front of a camera. What do you think? Maya, can I speak to you, please? Not now, Alvida. But I grabbed her arm and pulled her aside. Can you please behave? The people here are very busy and you're just making a fool out of yourself. Your director was about to give me a role in the show, but I guess you just want all the fame to yourself. She walked off and sat down on the director's chair, and during the live show, she screamed, "Cut!" Everyone in the room panicked, and bodyguards took Maya out. I managed to improvise so the audience wouldn't notice anything was wrong. After the show, Mason caught up with me.
Your cousin played a real number on us today.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
Don't be. You did really well to cover up. You're actually quite good.
As we walked outside together, Maya suddenly came running towards us. Seriously? Your bosses are jerks, Alvida. I've been freezing outside. Hi, Mason. I'm Maya. I'm Alvida's cousin, but everyone says we look like twins. Maya couldn't stop talking, and just then Chris came out.
What are you guys up to?
Oh, Chris. Mason just asked me out on a date.
Wait, I did? Really? That's amazing. Why don't we all get dinner now? We can make it a double date.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why, babe?
Come on, it'll be so much fun. I felt bad for Mason, who was too polite to turn down Maya. We went to a nearby pizza joint I visited all the time, and Maya excused herself for the bathroom. But she came back just in time for our food, and moments after I took my first bite, I started choking.
Alvida, what's wrong?
Something in the pizza. My face was blowing up like a balloon, and Chris quickly called the ambulance. There was red pepper in the pizza, and everyone in that pizza joint knew I was allergic to it. My parents threatened to sue the chefs, but they insisted that they hadn't used any pepper. Meanwhile, the doctor advised me to take 2 weeks off from work while my swelling went down. So Mason took care of the show on his own. I felt really upset, and when Maya came to see me, I lashed out at her. You know what, Maya? Just drop the act already. I'm tired of you pretending to care about me when you actually hate me. What are you talking about? Why did you take so long in the bathroom during dinner? How do I know you didn't leave the table to put pepper on the pizza? You really think I'd do something like that? Yes, you've been jealous of me ever since I got the presenter role. But I would never hurt you. Maya left my room crying, but I was too mad to care. I was convinced she'd tried to harm me. While I was at home recovering, Chris visited me every day. This one time, he came with candles and Chinese food and set up the table, and it was so romantic. Aw, Chris, you didn't have to do all this.
You mean the world to me, and I would do anything for you.
He turned on the music, and as we slow danced, Maya came barging in. Alvida, I have to tell you something. I don't want to see you or talk to you ever again, Maya. Please, hear me out.
Hey, we're having a romantic moment here, so please, get out.
But Maya glared at Chris and just switched off the music. Alvida, you have to see this. There aren't any security cameras in the kitchen, but there is one in the restaurant's back alley. I tracked this video down from the city police's office. The video on Maya's phone showed a customer entering the kitchen from the back. Chris, why does this person have the same jacket as you?
I don't know. And what are you saying? I was with you the whole time.
Yeah, but I also remember you had a phone call and you went outside. Chris's expression changed, and suddenly he knocked over our table and the candles, and food landed on the floor. A rug caught on fire, and Maya rushed to throw a blanket over it. Chris, it was you! Oh my gosh!
You were getting so close to Mason, so I had to do something. Aren't things so much better between us since you've been away from the show? You just needed to see how much I love you, Alvida.
No, You made me so sick you could have killed me. That's not love.
Well, if I can't have you, then no one can.
But before Chris could do more damage, we heard police sirens. Too late. I already called the police. Chris tried to run out, but the police caught him and he was taken away. Maya, I owe you an apology. Maybe you were right, Alvida. Sometimes I have been jealous of you, but I swear I'd never hurt you. I know, and you have every reason to hate me. I don't hate you, but do you really have something going on with Mason? No, and there never will be. I know you like him. A few days after, I went back to school and my job, but a lot of things had changed in such a short period. Mason was now showing me what to do.
The director really likes all my ideas. We've decided that now you only need to come in to introduce the next program.
But that's just 10 seconds on the screen.
Yeah, but that's what the show wants.
I was so disappointed, but I went with the flow. One day after the show, I was leaving when Mason caught up with me and took my hand. Mason, what are you doing?
I see the way you look at me, and I think I like you too.
What? Are you... Alvida? What are you doing? I turned around to see Maya behind us, and Mason was still holding my hand. Maya, this is not what you think. But Maya ran off angrily, and I stomped hard on Mason's foot and went after her. Maya, there's nothing going on between us. Yeah, right. So you were just holding his hand because it's part of the show? No, he took my hand and just save it, Alvida. She refused to talk to me for days and ignored me in school too. And I just hated being on the show with Mason. So one day at the studio, I made a big live announcement. Hey guys, today is my last day on the show, but you'll definitely see me on screen again. Maybe with my talented cousin Maya, who was my first co-host. See you around, folks. The director was furious with me, but I didn't care. If he wanted Mason to run the show, he was welcome to have him. I was out. Later that evening, Maya came by. Hey, you want to play a newscaster? We're too old to play it now, but we'll be doing it for real. Did you really mean that? I just got a call from my producer who wants to help me with my own show. She says my ratings are much higher than Mason's. And yeah, you'll be my partner. It'll be the Maya and Alvida show. Wow, this is a dream come true. Thank you, Alvida. And I'm sorry I jumped to conclusions about you and Mason. It's okay, I forgive you. I did the same thing too once before. And if you really want to see Mason, you can ask him out. Although, I think he's a jerk. I think I trust you on that one. I learned that you must never let jealousy and misunderstandings get in the way of your most important relationships. It's better to get the whole story before jumping to conclusions.